Hello and welcome back to our Go Math tutorial series. Today's tutorial we are going to focus on the Browse button and gadget that you will find here on the home page of the teacher dashboard. To start, you will need to click on the Browse button in the upper right hand corner of the teacher dashboard page. When you do so, you will see that a drop-down menu will appear and there will be a list of programs that you have access to under your current account. Now, I will warn you that through trial and error, I noticed that the only resources that actually worked for me was the current grade level that I was assigned to. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Go Math Grade 2 because that is the subject and the grade level that I am currently teaching to. So it will grant me access to that. But in any case, you would click on the name of the title that you would want to browse. Once you have clicked on a specific program, the screen will change and look similar to what you are seeing here. From this page, on the left-hand panel, you can see that you are able to browse by either program structure or by standard. And the new teacher dashboard has made it simple and easy to browse through a variety of teacher resources. And you can actually toggle back and forth between the two. Through these two structures, you will be able to either assign resources, you can schedule resources to your students, and also you can work on assigning lesson plans through the My Smart Planner gadget. We're going to go ahead and start with standards today. So once you click on standard, you will notice that you have to make a series of clicks in order to get the standards to be visible. So I'm just going to go ahead and click down until I actually get to the list of math standards that are used throughout the year in second grade. And I'm going to go ahead and just select a standard. And once you've selected a particular standard, your screen is going to reset itself to provide the details about that standard. So as of right now, in addition to the actual standard, there's only an ancillary resource that is available, and it will provide different problems of the day that are connected and aligned to this particular standard that I selected. So once you've clicked on the drop-down menu of the ancillary resource, you're able to see that there is a lesson here that goes along with this particular standard. So what I first want to point out is that in parentheses here, you can either select from the TE, the Teacher Edition resources, or down below you can see the SE, this is the Student Edition resource. So depending on what you're trying to view, assign, or schedule, you want to pay attention to that. And they make it really nice and easy because you can actually just click on that particular lesson or resource and it will bring up the sample page and what it actually looks like in the Go Math series. And you can just exit out and you're back to your standards page here. So again, you can click here to actually view prior to assigning or scheduling what you're looking at. And we will cover the assignments in a later tutorial, but if you do click on assign, if I wanted to assign this to a student, a new page will pop up and it will allow me to assign this particular lesson to either I can do either, let me see here, let me get my students up here. I can either assign it to my entire class, I can assign it to just a particular group of students, or I could schedule an assignment just to one particular student. So this is an absolutely wonderful feature that the dashboard has created because it allows you to really differentiate your lessons based on level and need. In the future, all of the resources will be aligned to the standards. In this center section here, under where ancillary is, and there will be online activities and then also student and teacher additions. Okay, so now that we've covered the standards, you can also browse, use the Browse Gadget to browse for a resource by program structure. And under here, you can see that there are grade level resources that might be helpful right here at any time throughout the school year, as well as a breakdown over here you can see of individual units, individual chapters, and then broken down even further individual lessons. Once clicking on a particular unit, chapter, or lesson, the key instructional resource categories will appear here in the center section. So I'm just going to briefly browse that with you. So if I clicked on Unit 1 here, you can see that it's the number, cents, and the place value. And if I wanted to go to Chapter 1 within that unit, there are a variety here of teacher resources, and they're actually podcasts of actual classrooms that talk about some of the important concepts that will be discussed throughout this chapter. So that's a wonderful resource for teachers. If you actually get into an actual lesson, so if I click here on Lesson 1, you will see that first and foremost, I can schedule this actual lesson into my Smart Planner lesson, and that would come up with the actual date, and you can assign that lesson to one of your teaching blocks. You can also click on the different resources. So as of right now, the teacher dashboard has only made the digital path resources available for you to assign or schedule to your students. But as you can see, no matter which lesson I click on here, I can either schedule the lesson into my lesson plans, or I can find what resources are available for that particular lesson. And to get back, if I'm all finished here, to get back to the teacher dashboard, you can either click up here on the home dashboard button in the left-hand side of the page, or you can click on the right-hand side up here at the home button in the right-hand corner, and that will just take you back to the teacher dashboard page.